There's been plenty of moments. I think the earliest one that I can remember, which is stuck in my
This
mind.
narrative recounts the discovery of Princess Diana's previously unknown diary by Prince William in 2024 during renovations at Kensington Palace. The diary, hidden behind a false panel in Diana's private study, contains intimate reflections from the final year of her life, revealing not only her personal struggles but also a calculated campaign against elements within the royal establishment. The discovery is framed as a revelation that could reshape understanding of Diana's final days, her silent conflict with the monarchy, and her enduring legacy. The story begins by establishing the historical context of Kensington Palace, emphasizing its weight of memory and the unspoken agreements that preserved Diana's private study untouched for nearly 3 decades. Prince William's unintentional discovery of the diary during renovations is presented as a pivotal moment, a chance encounter with a forgotten past. The description of the room, filled with relics of Diana's life, creates a palpable sense of intimacy and underscores the emotional weight of the discovery. The discovery of the diary itself is described with a sense of reverence and awe. The physical description of the diary, its worn leather, cracked spine, and the inscription DMS 1996, adds to the narrative's emotional impact. William's internal conflict, the ethical dilemma of opening such a personal document, highlights the profound significance of the discovery and the responsibility it places upon him. The diary's contents are presented chronologically, beginning with Diana's intimate reflections on her marriage to Prince Charles. Her entries are characterized as raw, unfiltered, and deeply personal, offering a stark contrast to the polished public image she maintained. The diary reveals her emotional pain, feelings of abandonment, and the crushing weight of royal expectations. However, the diary's most significant revelations concern Diana's concerns for her son's futures. Her entries express deep maternal anxieties about the influence of the royal institution on William and Harry's lives, expressing guilt over her perceived inability to fully protect them. These passages highlight Diana's profound love for her sons and her desperate desire to shield them from the challenges she faced. The diary's tone shifts midway through, transitioning from personal reflections to a more strategic and calculated narrative. Diana's entries detail her observations of individuals within the palace whom she believed were working to undermine her influence and control her image. She meticulously documented meetings from which she was excluded, conversations that shifted upon her arrival, and decisions that bypassed her input. This section of the diary transforms from a personal journal into a detailed record of what Diana perceived as a systematic campaign against her. Diana's account includes specific details about how tabloid stories were planted and scandals leaked to discredit her. She mentions allies who helped her document these events, highlighting her efforts to build a case against those she believed were working against her. The diary's entries become increasingly urgent and almost prophetic as Diana expresses her growing fear for her safety and the well-being of her sons. The most chilling entries come in the days leading up to Diana's death, where she expresses her fear of a potential cover-up and urges her sons to remember her efforts to protect them. These passages underscore the gravity of Diana's situation and the depth of her anxieties. William's reaction to these entries is presented as a mixture of shock, grief, and a growing sense of responsibility. The discovery of an unfinished letter tucked into the diary's back cover adds another layer of emotional depth to the narrative. This letter, addressed to her sons, offers a poignant apology, wisdom, and a heartfelt message of love and hope. The letter's unfinished nature underscores the tragic circumstances of Diana's death and the enduring impact of her words. The narrative then shifts to the aftermath of the diary's discovery, focusing on William's decision to use the information to effect change within the monarchy. He quietly initiates investigations into the individuals Diana identified as having worked against her, leading to subtle yet significant changes within the royal establishment. The narrative emphasizes William's calculated approach, contrasting his quiet actions with Diana's more public struggles. The reconciliation between William and Harry, facilitated by the diary's contents, is presented as a crucial element of the story. Their shared grief and the understanding of their mother's struggles bring them closer, highlighting the power of shared memory and the importance of family bonds. The brothers' decision to preserve Diana's legacy as a catalyst for reform underscores the enduring impact of her life and her fight for authenticity within the monarchy. The concluding section emphasizes the transformation of the monarchy under William's leadership, highlighting the shift towards greater openness and authenticity. The diary, once a hidden secret, becomes a guiding principle for a new era of royal leadership. The narrative concludes with a reflection on Diana's legacy, emphasizing her enduring impact and the ongoing struggle for truth and transparency within the monarchy. The story ends on a hopeful note, suggesting that Diana's fight for authenticity has found a new champion in her eldest son.